Let's do a review of how these values were calculated for each of these categories here in columns C through H. This is the information that was given to us, distance to the moon, and then we estimated how many miles per day we could cover, walking, biking, driving, and then in a rocket. In order to format this value with commas, come up to the ribbon, button 1, 2, 3, which is formatting for numbers, values, and choose number. We don't need any decimal places, so we'll go ahead and decrease that here. Back on the ribbon, decrease decimal places with 2 clicks. So when you are finished, these are the values that you should come up with. Of course, your birth date will be different than mine. Let's go through each of the columns. For column C, days to arrival, what we will need to do is take the distance to the moon and divide it by how far we can cover in one day. So we have 238,855 miles. If we can walk 8 miles a day, how many days would it take to walk to the moon? Always start with an equal sign. Click on that distance to the moon, / for division, and 8 miles. $29,856 days. And we can come up to our number formats and decrease our decimals. For the next 3, you would do that in a similar fashion. Calculate the days to arrival. Years to arrival. Well, we know it's this many days. How would we convert days to years? So you ask yourself, how many days in 1 year? That's right, 365. So we can simply start with that equal sign, take our days and divide it by 365, and that will tell us how many years in that many days. 81.8 years to walk to the moon. I'll go ahead and decrease that to 1 decimal place. 81.8 years, almost 82 years. Come to column E, insert the current date in this fashion, 9/9/20 as of the recording of this video. And do that for all 4 of these rows. Also go ahead and complete the calculations here for years to arrival. Column F, date of arrival. What will the date be 29,857 days from the current date? So it is possible to add dates. So what we can simply do is take today's date plus 29,857 days from now. What will the date be? And there it is, June 8th, 2102. Come on over to birth date and put in your birthday. Now for your age upon arrival, we'll have to do a little bit of algebra here to get the calculation to show our age in years. We don't want our age in days. So in the same fashion that we can add dates, we can also subtract dates. Let's do it this way. Equal sign, put a parenthesis, because we need to control the order of operations. We're going to have to subtract and then divide. Click on your date of arrival, minus your birth date. That'll tell you how many days it'll take, and that will calculate the number of days. But then we need to divide that by 365 days in a year in order to get the answer in terms of years. So the F3 minus G3, put that in parentheses so that subtraction is completed first, and then divide that by 365. And that will be your age upon arrival, and you can see that I would be quite old. 143.8 years old. So that's a quick review of doing the calculations for columns C through H, and then repeat that for each of the next 3 modes of transportation and calculating how long it would take you to get to the moon, and what your age would be upon arrival.